So the new version of WordPress with the site editor that is in beta but is definitely staying has kind of reduced the need for you to know how to change things with CSS, but I'm still going to show you how to do it both ways because you're going to need it eventually. So in the new 2022, we most often want to remove this proudly powered by footer in there. So I'm going to use the edit site. I'm going to show you how to do it two ways. So here is the editor beta. And if you go in here, you can just delete it, which used to not be possible. So that's really cool. And then you could add something else. Let me add an event. Let me add the form. You might add like a newsletter sign up there. And add that to the footer. And then you might also want like an hours or it's actually really good to have your contact information. Awesome screenshot. Yeah, so you could put that at the end or call text at like that. So you definitely want contact information in your footer, and I can move this if I want right there. Okay, so yay, there's now a way to just do that really easily. If you are using site updated, good, an older theme, so I'm going to switch themes and activate 2017, which is from the year 2017. And on this one, it's back. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Go back. So I think if I hit customize, so notice there is no edit site button. And if I hit customize, I can't really have theme options, but it's not the theme options I want. So in order to get rid of this in a theme that doesn't have the new site editor, you might have to use CSS. So there's in the customizer, which is this interface you're seeing, there's this additional CSS widget. And the way you use it, so there's also a built-in feature, and this is Chrome, but the other one for Mac, Safari has it also. This inspect button will show you basically the back end of the website, and you'll see as I move through it, it's highlighting the areas that the HTML is talking about. So this site info here, most themes have this div, which is like just a division. It's just a box. And the class is site info. This term here, site info, is a unique identifier. So there should be no other areas on the page where something else is called site info. It's just one special name for that special little bean right there. And because of that, I can talk to it, I can zoom in on it individually and change it using CSS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a test first using this inspector. And I'm going to hit this plus over here. And it's because I have it highlighted, it's going to automatically write site info. And that little dot right there means class. So right here, it can say class or it can say ID. If it's a class, it uses a dot. If it's an ID, it uses a hashtag. So I'm gonna say, hey, site info, I'm talking to you. I want you to display none. I want you to shut up. Go away. And there it is. So I just told so it's still written in the HTML, but I told the CSS to not show it. That's kind of the easiest way to get rid of something in this situation. So if you wanted to get rid of that, you can also do stuff like change the background color, So here, let me show you. If I inspect, so, oh wait, to make this stick, so if I refresh this page, it's gone because this is just a tester thing. So first what I got to do is copy this whole thing, and I need the whole bit of it. The syntax has a few parts. If you know CSS, you know about this. If you don't, just be careful. You need to say what you're talking about or talking to. So it's going to be dot some individual name or pound some individual name. And then these curly brackets start your command. And then you need a pair here of like, do this thing, do it this way. And when I put it in here and hit publish, then when I refresh, it will stay. So I go all the way to the bottom. It's now gone for good. Let's try something else. So if I go to the navigation here and do inspect, so that's that whole box. So if I wanted to do something like, so let's do a plus, because I'm going to talk about the whole navigation top, which is the whole item. And maybe I want to make the background color blue. There you go. So those kinds of changes you can do with CSS. And now if I, let's change this to black. That is completely useless, but now you can see a little better. But if I didn't copy it to my site, this is a temporary view of it. If I hit enter and reload, it will go away. Will it? Yes, it should. Yeah. If I wanted it to stay forever, I have to add it to the additional CSS, right, like here, and it'll stay in my site, and the WordPress will load it along with all the other CSS. So if I did really want to change this background here, so there's the navigation, and say I want, in the navigation top, I want the text transform, and I want it, say I wanted all my text capitalized. No? Oh, sorry, it's uppercase, isn't it? Uppercase. I want my navigation to be shouting at you at all times. So I can do that. So that way I don't have to manually type each one in all caps. I can do it using CSS and transform it on every page in every instance. But in order to make it stay, I have to do this and add it here. And then you can do another thing here where you can add a comment that says why you did the thing you did. And the comment is, wait, is it this? I forget which way it is. Yeah. Star. Yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it. So the comment should appear in green, and this is to make the menu uppercase. And you kind of want to type that in so that, I feel like that's wrong. That's the CSS commenting. Syntax. Oh, it's /****. Okay, that's why it's not right. /***. Ah, that looks better. /**. There we go. All right, haven't used that in a while. So you want to leave this little comment here that says why you made that rule. And this one I can say remove credit at footer. And when you get into really, really long CSS, it's handy to comment it out so that you know why you did the thing you did. So if I publish that and refresh the page, it should stay. And because it's CSS that runs site-wide, if I go to my gallery page, this navigation is still in all caps. Okay, so those are the two ways that you can, if your theme allows for theme editing, you can use that. If not, you have to use CSS. And I want you to try it with something. So when you practice on your second theme, you can use CSS to change something. It can be uppercase, it can be a background color, it can be a display none on something. I just want you to know that I want you to know about that concept and that is available. If the WordPress interface fails you, you can go in and tweak it even further. It can be really handy for like creating underlines or additional spaces or bullet points. I still use it to this day every once in a while. So, okay, thanks.